And welcome back to Big Movie Mouth Off. We're still here at Broovy Cinema Pub, our customary home, reviewing more movies for you. I'm Jeff Ice with MSN Entertainment.
And I'm Jimmy Martin with Slug Magazine. You can find Big Movie Mouth Off on Xfinity Channel 6, also on their on-demand system, Channel 1, Salt Lake On Demand, Utah On Demand, Salt Lake Alternative, Big Movie Mouth Off right there with films. Maybe you missed one, and it's now on Blu-ray, go check it out, or theatrical releases like this one.
The Wolverine, the sequel to X-Men Origins Wolverine, as well as X3, The Last Stand. Director James Mangold sort of adapts the very well-regarded miniseries written by Chris Claremont, drawn by Frank Miller, which puts our hero, Logan, the X-Man, with really sharp claws and a healing factor in Japan, which is where he meets up with an old friend from World War II whose life he saved, who wants to pay him back. And he gets involved, all kinds of intrigue. There's a possible love interest, possible cure to his immortality.
Yeah.
Well, some wacky ninjas.
There are some wacky ninjas.
Yes.
I've been trying to find the Wolverine for over a year.
It's not who I am anymore.
My employer wants to say thank you for saving his life all those years ago.
Run, now! That is a time when our enemies knew honor. I wanted to offer you something no one else can. A gift. You have struggled long enough. I can end your eternity. Make you mortal. What they did to me. What I am. Can't be undone. Don't be so sure. I'm not healing like before.
His flesh is weak now.
Eternity can be a curse. A man can run out of things to live for.
It's interesting. X-Men Origins Wolverine, if I recall, terrible movie.
I do remember that.
Decent first hour
Yeah.
that got really stupid. It's interesting that there are some parallels with the much superior The Wolverine, which has a really solid first hour, where it's sort of a samurai movie.
Yeah.
Sort of a samurai movie.
Yep.
And then it gets sort of stupid.
Well, I think it's
And then we're reminded that, yes, this is a Fox production.
Fox. See, that's where you have to remember. This is, it is a Marvel character. We all understand that. And when you think Marvel, you're like, man, Marvel's killing it. Well, Marvel owned by Disney is killing it.
Absolutely.
Marvel owned by Fox, not so much. They're the
No.
ones who are giving us Fantastic Four and Origins, and so
And X3.
and X3. So it does. I for the first 45 minutes, hour, I'm like, man, they're doing it. They're making like a Disney, a Disney Marvel film.
If you're a Wolverine fan, I'll just say this: he pops his claws and gets real stabby.
Yeah, I mean, even like, but the beginning,
Right.
If you said earlier that he's kind of, he's immortal, and so they do this scene in World War II that is awesome.
Yes, where spoiler alert, though you've seen it in the trailer, he saves a man's life
Like covering him up.
from the atomic bomb, essentially.
Right. That's right. And so this is the guy who he wants to meet later, sure. And so from then to that, and I will say this, even towards the end, the action to me is top notch. I had a great time with it. There's a scene on top of a bullet train that blew my mind.
Right.
Oh, it's phenomenal. And so, and I gotta give it to Hugh Jackman though, because this is the guy who's, I think if I remember right, he's broken records for the number of times an actor has portrayed a character on screen, because this is number 6, and he's already doing another one, so we'll give him 7. And I'm still enjoying him. I'm not tired at all. Like when I look at him, like that's Wolverine.
Right.
Like I'm already. Like, he walks.
Which
on
is
screen,
ironic because he was the second choice to play the character.
I heard
And
he
by-
was the fourth and fifth.
And by the way, can I propose that we now call him Hugh Jackman?
oh, dude.
Because it's ripped. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It makes me feel like a wuss. Just like, okay, thanks, Wolverine.
But he needs that physicality to be the convincing Wolverine that he is in
He's
this
got
film.
it. I mean, as an actor portraying that character, it is, I'd give him 4 stars just because he is Wolverine.
Right.
It's one of those things like, with Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, like, good luck to whoever's going to do that next because you got some mighty big shoes to fill.
Yeah. How you feel about that now, dude, Gray Scott?
But the problems I have, and maybe just because I see it as like a dude movie, it's all the actresses. Like, I don't like any of them. Jean Grey.
Famke Janssen.
Famke Janssen, but she shows up in like 900 dream sequences where she's always laying down and always talking to him. And it gets really irritating after about the 9th time.
Yes.
And then,
It just reminded me of this. Jean Grey, you were even more boring in death than you were in life. At least movie-wise.
so,
But you're right. His new love interest, Mariko, as well as his new sort of play friend, Yukio.
yeah.
Who,
Not
by the
that
way,
good.
Yeah,
Not
well, they're both miles better than the evil villainess Viper.
Viper. I think that's what really did it in for me. Like you said, it drags on story-wise, but it really is the female performances that just, I think, drive this film into the ground. But, like I said, Hugh Jackman can pick it back up because he's that strong.
Absolutely. Well, just when it starts to get boring, suddenly he gets shot by about 100 arrows,
Yep.
and things get sort of good again.
Yeah. It's definitely, when I
yeah.
watched out of Origins, I was bummed.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, God, what have they done? Thanks a lot, Fox, you did it again. When
Well,
I watched
well-
out of this one, I was like, that was fun. It
Right.
was okay. It definitely got its problems.
Yes,
But
but again, when you consider this a follow-up to X-Men Origins Wolverine, as well as X3: The Last Stand,
Yep. Oh, God, I don't even think
this
about
is
that anymore.
far superior.
Yeah.
I would say they've made some reparations, and they've done some things, actually, that sort of counteract some of the stupidity that were done in those two films, which include, as you might remember, 2 cutscenes during the credits of both X3 and X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yep.
This one has a cutscene.
Yep. And I will say that cutscene, and not going to ruin it, I'm not going to spoil it for you, sets the bar so high that I cannot wait for next year.
Yep. Just
So-
say that.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
So-
on the strengths of Hugh Jackman's physical performance in that first hour, which again, really kind of, excuse the French, kick-ass
Yeah.
samurai movie, 3 stars.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go lower. I was thinking you were going to go about 2.5, but I'm at 3 because it's Hugh Jackman, it's the fight scenes, and it's where this series is going. And that last scene, like I seriously walked out with, the smile that was beaming from ear to ear.
Right.
It only went away when I started thinking about Viper, but walked out doing 3 stars for mine too. So it's-
And by the way, if you really like this film in the first hour, look forward to this. There's a director's cut, supposedly, which restores it to R-rated violent territory.
we'll bring it then. I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of Big Movie Mouth Off. We'll catch you guys here at Brewis in the Pub, as always, and we'll see you then.